Hey guys, Level Cap here, and welcome to Devlog number 17 for a space game that my buddy Rich and I are making on the Unreal Engine 5, hopefully soon 5.4. At this point, we've got a lot of help from the community helping us make this really cool project become a reality. And today I want to talk about level design and sort of get deep into what we're going for with this game. And hopefully I'll be able to convey kind of the layout of levels and what I'm imagining for level or mission style gameplay. All right, so here we are in Unreal Engine 5, and this is sort of the main movement combat demo level that we've got planned. And so I've built out this giant level here. Here, let me hit G so you can see some of the layout a little bit better. We're using PCG, which is procedural content generation, to propagate these green splines with various asteroids. I built out these asteroids. Community member John Lagostini showed me how to do it, basically. In fact, one of those asteroids is his design. And then throughout these asteroid fields, the little yellow markers here are missile mines at the moment. These are sort of stationary bad guys. If you get too close to them, they'll fire a bunch of missiles at you. So they're sort of peppered throughout there. You'll notice I have a lot of open area as well in the level. That's going to allow for more open area combat, open area traversal. And so there should be a good variety of gameplay, but of course that's going to come down to testing. Okay, so let me spawn us in and I can kind of walk us through what this mission is ultimately going to be, and then we can talk about some of the cool new things I built for it. So here we are in game, and this mission will be about locating a military cargo ship that the Orions have lost contact with. And they'll say, hey, you know, we don't have the manpower right now because our forces are off on the front lines of a potential imminent war, and we think maybe pirates had something to do with this cargo ship going missing. So you will jump in to this area here. This is a nav beacon. We now have nav beacons on the little radar in the lower left corner. And nav beacons will be basically at any location you jump to. That's how you'll be able to jump. So we'll end up here at this nav beacon. So for a mission, you'll be dealing with enemy AI threats and environmental threats, which I'd include missile mines as. And so here we've got a missile mine that's fired off its payload against us. And it'll be depleting your CIWS ammo. So generally speaking, you're going to want to try and avoid missile mines as much as possible. Because if you run out of CIWS ammo, then the missiles are going to hit you and then you're going to die. So your CIWS is kind of like shields against missiles. So, oh, I see a question mark. Another missile mine is fired at us, but our CIWS should be able to handle it. So I'm going to go see what this question mark is about. Again, all the radar distances and stuff are not final. People keep suggesting that we do stuff. I'm like, yep, we're still building it. But let's slow down and see what we're coming up to here. Okay, I'm seeing some cargo scattered throughout space. Aha! I think we found the military cargo ship. And it's not in good condition. Looks like it got ambushed by pirates, and it used to have tons of cargo on it, but no longer. In fact, you know what? Why don't we... It looks like I might be able to dock with this. Maybe there's some crew members that they left alive. Let's see if we can interrogate or get some more info. So this is placeholder menu here. This would allow us to do more things like interact with, say, finding a crew member or seeing if there's any extra loot left on board. All right, we're getting a transmission. Let's just make believe that we're getting a transmission from the mission giver right now that's saying, hey, you found the cargo ship. We need those supplies to get delivered to the base in the region. They're desperately low on supplies. Can you go around and pick up whatever you pick up, 10 pieces of this type of cargo or whatever. So we'll go around and we will find all that cargo, and the little mission will update telling us that we've been collecting enough of it. Now, this is a cool new feature that we just got working. Rich created cargo spawners. This is the very beginning of basically our loot gameplay, loot tables and stuff like that. We are going to have a little bit of UI that once you get close enough to floating cargo, it'll tell you what it is. Like there'll be a little icon that pops up telling you, this is 100 rounds of CIWS ammo or something like that, and then looting it. All right, so then the mission will say, hey, you collected the amount of cargo you need. Now Your new task is to bring it over to this potato base that I've built. Potato 1 is the working title. Basically, I don't like the design of my asteroid base. So we'll continue to fly through this map, running into various enemies along the way. One of those enemies will be the battle cruiser that I showed off in the last devlog. That'll be like kind of a boss enemy. Aha! See the marker on the radar, so we're gonna head towards that. So we found Potato 1, this base that I still have not textured. And then your mission will be like, yeah, you know, dock and unload your cargo here. We'll go ahead and dock with Potato 1. Unload the cargo, complete the mission. There'll be a thank you so much. Maybe your mission giver will say something like, hey, return back to this location, this base, and we'll give you another mission, or there's something else I want to discuss with you. So that's sort of a preview of the idea of the mission without things like combat being shown off. We are working towards getting AI in the game. We just recently decided that we need to redesign some of the mechanics on flight and thrust and input values so that it's easier to design AI around that. We actually have a new guy on the team who's helping us out with that, who I'm excited to talk about some of our new collaborators. We have quite a few people coming onto the team, and once their work starts coming into the engine a bit more, I get to talk about them and show it off. So I'm excited about that. I've been doing a lot of project management stuff over the past week, but whenever I get to actually get into the game and build something, I get really excited. And I was having an absolute blast designing these shipwreck sites. They've just been fun projects to sort of figure out the ambiance of the game. And in fact, these shipwrecks are not even close to being in a done or finalized state. I want to add so much more to them, more kind of cloud-like debris with tiny little bits of specks scattered around here. I want to add multiple layers at different areas. I want to rework the clouds. I want to do all kinds of stuff. But it's been fun breaking apart the ship models that we currently have and then putting them into the game. I also want to add more breakage geometry in the actual breakpoints and stuff. So I need to sort of create some destruction meshes and things like that that we can use to just improve the visuals a bit. But it's been fun sort of visually realizing some of the points of interest in this game, because that is a big question mark. How do you make a space game that's kind of an action RPG and make space interesting at the same time? Okay, well, we got to figure it out. Shipwrecks, asteroid fields, bases, nebulas. We've got some tools to work with here, but this is one of the first explorable locations that has really made me happy. Now, behind the scenes, Rich continues to build out the radar and UI systems. These have been fairly complex, and they have a lot of rules and a lot of requirements, and they have to be performant. So the fairly big system. We're still holding off on upgrading to Unreal 5.4. I think we're going to wait until DLSS and I think it's, the FSR plugins are added for 5.4, and then we'll take a look at it, because there's a lot of bug fixes and system fixes that I'm excited to test out in 5.4, including the PCG systems have all these new tools, and world partition, which is what we're using to build our levels right now, should hopefully have some nice updates in that as well. Now, if you guys want to follow this game development a bit closer, check us out on Discord. We post updates more regularly, ask questions, talk about troubleshooting and stuff over there. And there's been a ton of good discussion about ways to improve the game or ideas that we could add into the game. And it's just been a really great experience to interact with people over there. So check us out over there. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this devlog, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe for more content like it, ding that notification bell to beat the YouTube algorithm with me. And check out the rest of our playlist next, or even this video explaining the whole concept of the game. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is Level Cap signing off.